You managed to get we managed to get information or to gather information from ITC. Then what next? Is our section 8 and I'm sure you will agree with me. I said something yesterday that is not yet here. Okay, you said something yesterday. He's not yet here. That the case is still under seal on inquiry. We look at section 8, isn't it? Yes, we need to elaborate, we need to say what we really want the bank the people that we need from the bank must be able to say whatever we want from the bank. As you can see, for example, from I think it's Visa, that was it. First of all, tell me that what's exactly your stability? Only maintenance officers. Myself. Why are you bringing sometimes on the why are you doing it? Sometimes. I don't remember. One person please, because I want us to be on the same platform. Sometimes there is something to open to the exactly. Yes, we can do that. We can't wait for them because want the kids to know to move. Are you aware that sometimes the cranes that are dragging for almost a year, 6 months, 3 months, it's too much for us. Too much for a challenge of our efforts. We can't wait for the government. We can do that on our own. I'm also doing it for some other courts. Go down to that federal court and draft the subpoena. Okay. And then I'll let the maintenance officer or maintenance officer sign for me. As you can see here, that he's the one, she was the one who made the maintenance officer and you authorize blah 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 blah. And sometimes it's good guys to write to each and every bank if that's the case. Unlike writing all the names of the banks there, sometimes like we are not really, but I'm not saying it's not okay, but let's try to get our that was supposed to appear before the meeting, blah 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 blah. And then and there's a third person, okay, and the signature from the maintenance officer in that particular court. I want us to read what was written here. Yes, I spoke about before. Sorry for this. What you call it? That has happened. Remember, we usually ask for statements on the banks for a particular period. And when you ask for a statement, they will give you statement. It's what you are looking for. And if the balance on those particular periods is still zero, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Or if there's no sufficient funds. If there's no money, what is the minister going to do? Or the maintenance officer? She can't even take that matter to court because there's nothing, isn't it? Exactly. Remember? So it is very important, those that were with us in the room, and then there was this guy, having a problem with that when you request a statement from the bank, you must also indicate the so-called NEPS contract. NEPS contract. What is it? It's not, the statement is, that's right here. Because here it is indicated all statements. You can see all statements. Maybe if that other person has got more than one account, we are looking for those statements. Okay? And the consolidated NEPS contract transactions linked to Mr. So and so, and all transactions out of the account and its information and transferred funds made, the overall financial income and balances of any other related accounts into this personal account. It means that I'm looking for all account information of that information. I want to know who opened those accounts. I want to know who's the main transaction of that particular account. Because sometimes you find that maybe one person has got more than one account at a particular bank, or maybe different accounts for people who are don't know you. So you must indicate exactly what you are looking for. Remember, next contract information of an individual person and his businesses as well. Then you get the information. Did I make myself clear? Did I make myself clear? Let's go down. So here I spoke about Go up a bit. This was not enough because we are now on the top six. Yeah, wait here. I can see that my colleague didn't include the business account here, but you are allowed to include that, not individual account only, but businesses as well. Right? You must include them here. When you speak about statements only, they will just give you statements only. But this is a term that I was also, I came across, I was had to explain to my ministers to what does NEPS contract means. But it's what they call it. It is to cover everything that you are looking for. They know that is their term that they are using. At all the banks. Unfortunately, our sub-brief is not yet there to give us cooperate with us. I wish we could, but we're still working on that relationship between the departments and Sabrik, so they can be able to give us information as to with which banks is this person working with. I like going to all the banks. So you must include your information that you are looking for the information account for that particular individual and businesses as well. I'm sure I've made myself clear. Unless if the case now is a true criminal case, then you can change it to section 205. But if the matter is still under civil, it remains with section 8. Am I there?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. After getting this information, bank statements, and all the people that we will be looking for. Because sometimes, they will remove themselves from the, or from being the director of the companies, and then when you get the bank, before I get into that, are you also arranging meetings? Are you visiting the banks? You know, arranging meetings with the bank officials. You must start doing that. It's your job. It's your job. How do you do your investigation? What is investigation all about? It's once you get that information that your maintenance officer won't be able to, because she's also is always busy, of course, isn't it? Yeah, you must arrange a meeting so that they can guide you or maybe inform you that, okay, you came up with one account. It's not one account, there are more than one. There are accounts, blah, 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 but what you must be careful of is that when you ask for the personal account and leave out businesses, they will only give you information on that business account, on personal account, not businesses. So it's very important for you to mention that you are also looking for something concerning businesses.
But once when we subpoena, we say on all accounts, registered on the following ID number for such person. All accounts linked to this ID number.
But they will not give you information regarding businesses. They will not. You are not talking about businesses. I was advised to amend one of my subpoenas. If you do have those kind of things, it's fine. But in most of the cases, they will just end up being silent. No, they will not even respond to them. You want to say something?
Yes, I have experienced it. The first interest of the bank is to protect and satisfy the client.
Absolutely.
So we as in the space, we are into that. Now the business is a separate entity. It's a person on its own. Although the person uses the account to open the business account, but the business then has its own business number, which is like entity. So when you ask for any information based on ID, they give you all in the ID of the person and not.
Are you doing the same? Are you doing the same?
No, but I think for Monica, you need to create a relationship with you and the managers of the client system. All those, and then
Let us give it
because
some time.
the everything I just say, oh, I need this. They say no, just wait here. Well, yeah.
And there's nothing. So we must try to dig deep. We must try to dig deep between ourselves with bank officials. Eh? Then you no longer to struggle for a long time to get that information. And you are covered. I'll ask maybe Stephen to take us to OPA. You are covered when it comes to maintenance. Because I heard you saying that some businesses are legal entities. Yes, they are legal entities, but maintenance, just best interest take priority over.
I think, okay, section 902 of okay, cover as maintenance and must provide.
Which section?
902 of okay, I know sure, but I just saying.
I'll go to that as well.
Section 9 subsection 2.
What do you understand? They won't hear you give us more. Hey, do you have something to add on what we're talking about here?
We spoke about section 12 yesterday.
Spoke about it yesterday.
Yesterday, Stefani took us to section 12 of the Poppy Act.
Okay, I think we're done with that.
Wants to run away, Monica.
Okay, now you are interested. So after getting the information, you want me to show you something that I got, or say from one of the banks?
Yes.
Yes, please.
And before that, let us go to an affidavit. Because verbally doesn't work. Sometimes you need to write something down. You must definitely write it. Especially an affidavit that will inform your, it's not as called an affidavit. Affidavit.
No, remind. Control that.
This was a tough case, right? Or this one is a tough case which required me to really give that session to all parties.
Time bank.
Guys, as I mentioned that this was a tough case and I had to try section 205 and the matter was already with criminal section. So if you are stated if your case is based on section 8, you must write section 8. Inform my matters also or prosecutor that I'm who am I, and then the order I was looking for, yeah, I was still waiting the chief of the case. And then my approach, you can see the application goes in terms of chapter 3 of matters, blah, 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 herein, refer to as a Maintenance Act. Down there, you can see that this includes section 2, in terms of which maintenance investigator may gather information concerning the financial position of any person affected by such liability. Here I was worried, guys, because this man was a millionaire. He could make more than 3 million in time. But I knew that he is unable to afford, he won't be able to pay maintenance.
So
Then I had to,
is this an affidavit to obtain the 205?
yes, if the matter is,
So why did you have that standing affidavit? I don't understand why you had.
like for instance, let me read it to maybe you'll be covered because end up agreeing with everything that I'm saying. Let me just give you are not dealing with everything. But even with section 8, you can write an affidavit. I think sometimes you won't get that instruction from your mentor because he doesn't know what is that you are suspecting. You must inform in writing, like in affidavit, that you need more instruction to do what? To conduct further investigation. Because in this case, I had to inform or remind them that it's been alleged that there's an order against blah 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 blah, meaning there was an order granted on that particular case, dated October 2017, and we were told 2017, I was talking about 2017 because the case was already transferred to another court in Victoria. In terms of fees, the respondent was supposed to pay 8,333 per month per child toward the maintenance of 2 children. And according to the complainant, the respondent is failed to comply with the order, meaning he contravened the order. And he is entitled to an amount of 800,000. And the respondent defends that he is unable to pay this. The tracing tool within the department revealed that this is ITC, that the respondent is linked to the two businesses. There's a lot of that.
Yeah.
And there were 14 businesses which were active and all were in business, while the other 18 companies were under ARB registration. Meaning, don't look at ARB registration that maybe there's nothing like utilizing those ones, to operate the bank. There is therefore a need to investigate the genuineness of this unavailability or the cause of the treatment of their portfolio. You're not going to say what I'm saying, you'll be saying what you have gathered. Eh? Why do you want to do further investigation? And here, as I already tried to address you guys, with the meeting which I have arranged myself with FNB on this so date, an inquiry on the list of companies linked to the risk was raised with the bank. And the FNB legal division confirmed that the respondent was indeed linked to certain business accounts which will require new subpoenas to obtain information relevant to the maintenance proceedings. Here they were trying to say, look, the subpoena section 8 that we have utilized, okay, you requested all the statements and blah 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 blah, and there was nothing concerning or talking about businesses. So go and amend your subpoena. And for you to support your section 205, I had to write this affidavit. The information will also further establish who opened the account.
My problem is still, I ask you still ask, where is the section 205 or section 8? What are we doing?
For maintenance, use both, but
No, but the problem is the section 205, the SPP must sign off. And our officers don't have a SPP, the SPP is their side. So when will you get the signature?
we have Stephanie here. What is it?
No, but
She
she
should
should be the mayor.
Yeah, but you can use
a.
you can also use a control officer. It doesn't need to be a
No,
CSP.
we only have, the guy came from legal aid.
Yeah,
Now he's a prosecutor.
yeah.
He doesn't even know maintenance part.
Okay. Yeah, but any prosecutor doesn't need to be a senior prosecutor. There's no such thing. Whenever it is any J50 or any of those documents where you need the signature of a prosecutor, it can be a junior prosecutor, a ATP prosecutor, all of them are designated as prosecutors. There's no such distinction.
The section 205 doesn't give the SPP.
No. I had 2 months experience in outsourcing in 1998 and I signed those documents. There is no such thing that it must be a senior prosecutor. It doesn't say anywhere in any legislation. It's only because of the whenever it is going to be contentious on appeals in the High Court, then they come up with that nonsense. But it doesn't say anywhere in any legislation that the J50 or any document must be signed by a SPP. Whenever you look at that J50 or any of the documents, it says public prosecutor. Nowhere does it say senior public prosecutor. So any prosecutor can sign it, whether that person is an ATP that started yesterday, that person can sign it. If they ever say they can't sign it, let them come to Stefani or to me. I will tell them.
Because I want to raise it up. I want to raise the issue. Because
Yeah.
now they're telling me, no, these things are going to ask them and I'm wait 2 weeks and come back and I said, no.
Yeah.
I need it now.
No, but then just CC Stefani or me, then I will speak to the senior prosecutor in your vicinity or to my lady, that's the senior. I will speak to him. Yes, and I'll speak to him. But please, guys, just remember any prosecutor in that office, as soon as he's got the appointment and delegation as a prosecutor, then he officially can sign any document that you bring to him. If they, the reason why they don't want to sign it is because they are scared of civil suits against them, or they are scared because they don't have an idea what they're doing. But in most cases, they will are supposed to be able to sign it. I signed it when I had only a few days experience, so there's no such thing that they can't sign it.
The only problem that we have in the modern case, sorry, so to just jump in, is the fact that most of the prosecutors within the Northern Cape, or let me say in Kimberley for that matter, they have this understanding that they need to communicate first before they do.
Yeah.
Because 2 weeks ago, I had a specific incident where we had money that was sitting there, and this guy received the money yesterday, and he's an ex-cop. So, what come to my mind when it is a policeman, and there's money available today? Tomorrow the money will be somewhere else.
Yes.
So I was forced to rush that process with a Section 8 and also an interdict in the meantime to run concurrently, only to find that there was no prosecutor available
Yeah.
to sign.
Yeah.
They were in their offices,
Yes.
but there was no handwriting available. So the one that I got sent me to the SPP,
Yeah.
and she also had a problem. And then I went to my magistrate that I know
Yeah.
that would sign.
Yeah.
And I made my magistrate, and I convinced my magistrate. And she signed it before the prosecutor. Usually the magistrate don't sign before the evidence of one sign. She signed it.
Yeah.
And she phoned the prosecutor and tell the prosecutor, sign this now because this money is going to go somewhere.
Yes.
On that basis, that prosecutor, junior prosecutor, signed it. Also, you know, that the other hand signed it. On that score, I could manage to get that money. You know,
So, do you want to say something?
Sorry, just Monica, that I'm taking over your slot. But guys, can I please ask you? There's a case Anna Mutimunye. In that case, it was specifically said that where a prosecutor is not doing his duty and signing when you want that document, make a copy of Anna Mutimunye and give it to a prosecutor and tell them, listen, if you're not going to do it, then your office is going to come in disrepute. You're going to be sued civilly. Because in that case of your police officer, that's going to happen and then the money's gone. Then what are you then going to do? Because then they're quick to run and say, no, the investigator didn't do his work. The Department of Justice didn't do the work. NPA is good to exonerate themselves in these things. We know how to do it. I'm telling you, make sure that you know Anna Mutimunye, take it with you. I make sure that all my colleagues in the Western Cape knows it. That when those type of cases where you need to act immediately, the reason why the prosecutors don't want to do it is because the policy document, Part C 17 of the policy document, say they shouldn't get involved in civil matters. As soon as it's civil matters, they are not, sir, unless it is prescribed by law. In the legislation, it doesn't say that the prosecutor must sign the J50s or sign any document. Therefore, they're scared to sign it. But if it ever happens, please speak to Malodi and CC Stefani in, because we are busy dealing with it on a national level now, that we want our policy to be changed to come in line with Anna Mutimunye, because if we're not going to do it, we're going to get more civil cases. Because I tell the applicants, if the Department of Justice or MPA is not going to act, then you sue them. Here's the Anna Mutimunye case. I give it to everyone in the Western Cape. So to make sure that you are exonerated, just make sure that you say that I've been to the prosecutor refused to sign. Make that affidavit as Mrs. Monica is telling, that you've been there, who you spoke to, so at least then you know the DOJ, MI are covered, because the NPA is quick to exonerate themselves and say, no, but we didn't get anything, but they will never say that you were over there at their office 4 or 5 times to get their signature. So please protect yourself. That's the only way we're going to change the mindset of the public prosecutors.
Thank you.
Okay, it also reminds me guys, I still remember we were on the same case. I was doing training at the Eastern Cape when I was requested to write a report while conducting training. I remember very well the amount that was there. It was 800, it was 1 million and something. While the amount was 800,000. The amount that was there was more than what you were looking for. And then, unfortunately, one of my that maintenance officer was, and it was a maintenance project that he was not available yet to send somebody, to assist me in that regard. That person took time sheet. He even told me that, look, you, Monica, you are promising people a lot.
Yeah.
From 1 million something, it was December, yes, it was December. January, hey, that's when I went back to the bank. Guess how much was left?
Nothing.
450. From a million and something to 400 something. I wish I could have that strength, to that maintenance officer, somewhere else. So this happened. So as we what we want to say something.
The problem is,
The next station, it isn't finished up, so we can all
the problem is, we want to do, we want to attach. When we want to attach this now, then the agreement will actually.
Guys, can we listen to each other?
Then the complaint will have to feed the police, understand? Because the sheriff force and the parking force, all those things, because there's case also. Because they're asking to in that case, the state won't pay for those costs. Now, that's a problem.
No, Dion,
Paragraph 40 of the DOJ code is clear on it. If you read paragraph 40, it says that the maintenance officer must first do an inquiry and see on the feasibility whether the applicant can foot that bill. If the applicant can't foot the bill, then the maintenance officer must take it to the prosecutor, to the court, and the court must then give an instruction or an order that the security setting for the sheriff must be covered by the court. That maintenance court, wherever that case is being held, must deal with it. Paragraph 40 DOJ code, just read it, you'll see all of it is there.
so I pray that I'm yourself with testimonial case and what you are speaking about right now. I get it. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, as you can see, I had also mentioned that during the course of the investigation, it was also discovered that the respondent owns 30% of shares from the company, blah, 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 blah. Remember my subpoena. Talk about the statement and the subcontract of the individual and these businesses. So, here. The request therefore made to meet the FMD requirements in order to gather official information required for maintenance court proceeding. The information will also further establish who opened the account, who is entitled to open or to operate on that account holders, contact person, or authorized person. I was trying to reach to where they will end up hearing what I wanted to say, what I wanted from that particular. And some of the information was obtained during our meeting. I was not aware that all those other companies that he resigned as a director, he was still operating at the banks. That's why I wanted to know who opened that account, who's operating on that account. Yes, okay. To prove whether he is unable to afford or fraudulently the hiding his financial information and increase the court order. During the course of this investigation, it was also discovered that the respondent owns 30% of shares from the company called blah 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 blah. It also came to our attention that the respondent has amended the directorship of this company after he became aware that investigations were being conducted concerning his argument that he is unable to financially continue paying maintenance as ordered by the court. The respondent was also granted 2 personal loans, and of which I think we usually limit ourselves or maybe reduce this to that it's not important. The fact that the person is given loans is very important for this to know, and our business officers. I want to know.
Then you get unsecured.
Huh?
Then you get unsecured loans.
You get what?
Unsecured, they just
No, they will get this one
they
year.
don't even use ITC or whatever. They don't even use ITC, but I think you just don't fight.
That's why I'm addressing that to meet officially or whatever with the bank. Anyway, you must become their friend. And the way they treat themselves to you, you must do.
I'm talking about this small places like whatever, whatever. Just say you buy it and 3 months later, I will find.
And with FNB, then with FNB, there's this guy from the head office. If you want this information, I'll give it to you. He's the first guy. He's the head office, you know, he can be able to delegate whatever is casual. Okay.
Sorry to interrupt you, but this goes Monica. Mr. Rasmus can ask you something. On the basis of section 8, they said, no, you can't just freeze the account anymore. You must write an affidavit. We have a rolling form of whatever, or the affidavit, what was his thing?
Whenever you want to interdict anybody from paying out any money because of a reason, there must be a founding affidavit from the applicant.
Yes.
So you set it out as per the future maintenance process. And as per my future maintenance documents. The Romeo for the supporting affidavit is there. No, you cannot do that with the section 8. No. That was never the case.
But he wasn't, you always used to do that. Nowadays,
Well, if anybody allowed you that previously, they were at the wrong. Because that was never something that I taught.
yeah.
Definitely not. Because that's just wrong law. Finish. You have to, a magistrate must sign an order that interdicts a person from paying out money until a future date. In the future, when every person involved in that case can come to court to state their case before a magistrate. Because everybody must have a chance to be heard before an order can be made final. That is the simple crux of the matter. Now with the section 8, all you do is you say, give me bank statements. You cannot say freeze an account. An account frozen until when? And where is the bank's opportunity to say, I don't want to do this because? Everybody who you interdict to do something must have an opportunity to come to the court to say, Your Worship, this is not right. Yes, but that is only if you do not supply information to my satisfaction. That's all. You cannot interdict anybody with the section 8. The purpose of the section 8 is clear. I gave you that yesterday morning, page 1. You can read through it yourself. There's nothing about the interdict in there. It says it's for purposes of obtaining information prior to or during to an inquiry. You cannot interdict anybody
There's another
with
matter,
the
but
section
I
8.
sent you an email.
Say again?
On Friday, there's another matter. I sent you an email on Friday.
Can I also intervene there?
You cannot interdict anybody with the section 8. You can obtain information with the section 8. You can obtain information with the section 205.
And what about section 36? The other that is done by the complainant?
Yeah, that is a founding affidavit. It is a kind of a founding affidavit, yes, Monica, indeed. The J306 is a Romeo kind of for a founding affidavit in case where there is a reason. But for future, we just elaborate on it a bit, if you want. Yes, Monica, that is correct. It is a founding affidavit.
Okay, down there you can see that because my affidavit include all the inputs that I got. I came again to say that I accordingly applied for a subpoena to be issued in terms of Section 205 because I was not able to get I'm telling you. Because I could see, I was also informed that there's money here. The business does not to pay maintenance. Section 2 the Criminal Procedure Act, blah, 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 authorizing access to and publication of the opposition information. So if your information doesn't permit you to go for Section 205, don't speak about it. Continue with Section 8. But here, because it was cut and the letter had been running for many years, that's money from 2013. And when the case was brought to me, I was expecting the show, which was 2019 or 2020. From 2013 and then the letter was suspended in to the district court of Victoria. So I was trying to tell the legislature that look, this subpoena, this Section 205 will ensure that the director or manager, whoever is at this bank, will just make it information. So all letter contracts are linked to this person will portray the source of income received and relationship between deposits with and transfer funds made, the overall financial income and balance of any other account linked to his personal and business account from this period. And then I came with all the names of the company, including the DTI numbers. Because if you give the bank only the name of the company, they won't give they're trying to make sure that you know what you're doing. Eh? So I had to write the DTI numbers.
But Monica, can I ask something? CFPC is not a federal exercise, right?
Come again.
CFPC is not a federal exercise. Yes,
Sometimes it's wrong to say that but our advice is that verify those
not some, most of them, 80% are not registered. We just see for 40, 60, close corporation like this.
It's not a direct affiliation. This is a company. This is give that information to that individual that you are looking for. Oh, it's social. Okay, so, but are you with me as to how far must we give? You must follow money. There's no call to follow money. You must try by all means to dig deep. There are many cases that we work by doing all this. So after writing your affidavit, you take it to your maintenance officer, she will sign it, and the minister will sign the same thing. So that they become a court order. Then after receiving this with your section 205 subpoena or section 8 subpoena, then you have in order to go to the bank with section 226 application by the complainant. Then if there's money, let me show something that I received after this. Open jail. Oh, on
Yeah, man. This guy, Tony. I told you.
There we go.
I can't hear Monica. I can't hear Monica. I'm being serious. I can't hear Monica.
Okay, yeah, come on. You can see the last paragraph. You know, I was trying to make sure that the legislator who going to sign this must understand what I was doing. The above named official of directors of management delegates officers present to be subpoenaed is likely to give material or relevant information, my honor, in a form of an affidavit in this matter relating to any inquiry into contra financial positions of the respondent who is alleged to be liable for the payment of maintenance. The third person, my honor, has the information requested in his or her position. I'm talking about the leaders and directors, whoever in the bank. Yes, or in the opposite records in his or her custody and or is in control of the opposite records and may legitimately extract and supply the input that is requested by the court of law. I therefore really believe that the infringement of the rights of the respondent accused or the person to be subpoenaed by virtue of access to the said information occasion by the issue of seeking to file subpoena is reasonably and justifiable. As will appear from the facts set out here under the information, it's also necessary to properly and fully investigate the case. There is a fact that in fact no other means available to gain access to this information. Again, down there, I was trying to say that the information warrants of issue this section, blah, 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 under which the threat and blah, 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 and why the English foreign schedule attachment is necessary, relevant, and brief as follows. You can sit down there, you can read out, send you all these things guys so that you can be able to see how I try to gather information, because sometimes when you want to go further before that university, there will be no distraction at all. So you must on your own try to give them information to make them understand that there is an information that is not completely, I want to complete to get that information. And yet, before your report, this is an affidavit to support you, taking to over or 16 days. Okay, let's go through the information I received from the banks.
You said the guy had 32 companies. It's still the same case.
Hey, still the same case. Just that here, I took only 14.
Was the reason for to let out the others?
No, it was my initial. Hey, I couldn't do everything at all. It was too much, and just imagine, it was too much. Hey, it was too much, and CIPC also helped me a lot here, because when I went to CIPC, this 14 or 18, something like that, were the ones who were active, and from CIPC, you also be able to pick it up whether they are doing the sales claims, you know, and the person who's doing those kind of things. You are able to see from CIPC. It's very important for us to go there. No, you online. Online, you have to register and give your own password. Whenever you want to know about this particular business, you just
But I don't know what
time when I was online, and it was something, that documentation information. I think in the administration and take where Victoria, one of the electric. So,
I don't know what it's like.
Monica will fetch it, please.
You have colleagues there, from the basic of Victoria and other. But we do have, remember, if you are expressing all of you reaching out to other regions, remember that we have more administrators. Our regional officers nominated the more made this online check and tracing administrators. So whenever you need such help from people is Matuka and Houghton is to Makado and Shumani. Yeah, unless you people go just send it to me, then I'll.
Monica, is it possible that I can have a list of those and not administrators?
Okay,
I would appreciate it.
Because
Because then if somebody asks, at least I can tell them that this is the person.
Exactly, because we
I'd appreciate it. If you could forward that.
Okay.
I know who the ones in case they get, but that's all.
You still remember yesterday we traced on yes, the number. Can you see how the NEPSA first look like? Yeah. It's not the same as our statement. But you can see where the money came from this account. By reading here, you can see that, okay, this 2, 3 something is the FNB account. Depositing money to this other account. This one account you can read 1, 2, 3 from FNB. That's the account. 3, 4, 4, 5. 5 accounts from FNB. Okay, you have to get those 5 accounts. Applying one another. You can see 3257, there's 3257, 3257. Okay, you can see what I'm seeing here. Can somebody try to say something here? What are you doing now? What are you doing now?
From the 500 account and then back again to the 257 account. This is transferring from one to another and back and forth.
What can you say is depending on this one? Any other term? See, London. Can you see that you are doing the works? Tasking. Hey, just like this. You can't find this from a statement, ordinary statement. But from let's suppose you are able to see. Let me show you the amount that was being transferred as well. And the dates, you can see that the money that's coming in today, within some few hours or some few days, can be transferred to somewhere else. And unfortunately, the bank will ask you as to who is depositing this money. They will ask those questions while they are busy recording them. Because the money that was coming from there, coming to this one, And the account name of that particular, or the business name, you can see it's FBI. What is IPO 6286 What is the one? Down one. I know this one. I don't know. You're one from the bank. Let us see. If you don't understand this, you must go back to the bank that gave you this information. They'll give it to you. You can see it was from this account to this account. This is sort of a description of, or maybe the name of the person, the name of the person who's holding this account. So the bank is FNB, this one. From the same bank, they will tell you as to who is the holder of this account. I don't know. Now they was recorded. But here on top here you can see that you see the names of the person who received the money from this account. So meaning it's the name of the company, the ITO, that is the company.
Sorry, ma'am. My brother here for information about that information.
Can you share with us?
Yes, fidelity fund.
Fidelity fund that received
Yeah,
the.
but then it's probably paying.
Yes. You know, that is one of my agenda corner. Did you hear what our colleague said?
No.
Just to come. Okay, let's see how much that was paid. Yeah, it's an attorney. Because it's attorneys. Can you see here? Meaning that untouchable mortgage people. So the person has more money to have someone else.
How much, ma'am? For that? For the town.
200,000.
That's not before fees, it's longer.
Trust me, like 5 years, that is a hell of a lot of money. If I would have spent that on maintenance, it would have been less. I've seen that many times.
It can be surety also for certain transactions, so you do.
And the days and time, can you see the time and the date, the money was paid.
Like by SIM, that's enough.
For the thousand.
Yeah. Can we look at the, on the, what was that, on the 13th of December? The 13th of December, he paid 500,000 to this is money market. What was it? Yes? It was an investment. Yeah, people can go. Look on top of 183,000. But here, look on the 13th, he paid so much, 500,000. On the 15th, 200,000. Look, they said station 200,000, 15,000. 1,000 for petrol, 40,000, and to the same business or company. Can you see how much was deposited back and going back and forth? And for salary as well, almost 65,000. And how many people maintaining?
It has not given.
8,000 a month. Are you seeing what I'm saying?
But now, Monica,
Can you also maybe ask me what I'm
Monica, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sure.
Is it a personal account or a business account?
the business account.
Is the account registered in the name of the business or individual
No. In the name of the business.
business? So how do you now, when you look at this, differentiate between his use and the business use? Because this can easily be justified in terms of the business's transactions. What is the nature of the business that this person is?
When you tell us when we open on ITC, we got that information from ITC, telling us this person has got these businesses. And we pick at one company. Is what conducting further investigation.
No,
Was
I
it
hear
maybe the
you.
subpoena?
I understand all that. Because I've had many a case like this before. And, I had a guy who was in nothing sentence, he had accounting firm, and he basically, I could differentiate from a normal bank statement what he was using the business account for himself, and what was an actual business. So, hence my question. On this account, this statement that you have here now, right? This is a business account. How do you now differentiate? Because you've seen attorneys, right? You read that the business requires an attorney for this purpose. You read that the business.
Thank you for coming to that. I think we're going to do some practical, identifying policy from this one. We create the issue, what was used for, why, what is this?
Yeah, I want to ask you.
But can I maybe finish what I'm saying? Okay. I want to ask you. Oh, okay.
Clayton,
Again,
Clayton, what is the purpose of me opening a business?
what is the purpose of you opening a business?
Yes, what is the purpose of me opening a business?
You are self-employed, so you have an idea, you have a business.
What is the purpose of me
Making money. Making money.
Making money. Now, I've got this business and this business is making money. Whose money?
The business is money.
Business
The
money.
business is
Whose money is it?
No, so, no.
Not always.
No.
Not always.
I'll tell you whose money is it. Okay, let's so that it don't take long. In a business, we've got a business, we've got money that is going towards the expenses of the business. The money left, I can invest it overseas, I can invest it anywhere.
You simply
It's
find.
it's my profit.
No, it's not your profit.
No.
Your understanding of a business is incorrect. It's not your property. It's the property of the business. A business is a legal
No, I know,
entity in
I know.
itself.
No, it's not just.
Can we give one person a chance?
I know a business is some sort of a. What? Yeah, it's an entity on its own. But eventually my fingers will get into that money, one way or another.
Maybe not. There's people that does not like anything from their businesses because they're still growing that business.
I know, but eventually that is my business. The purpose is making profit for me and myself and my.
No, not necessarily. The purpose is making profit for the business. But sorry, can maybe take us back a little bit? What our duties are as investigators is to trace the whereabouts of. Exactly. And the second one is to
Income.
to search or to investigate on the financial information of that person. It's the whereabouts and financial information.
Okay, Monica, let me put it into perspective, right? Because let's say from this account statement here, right? That salary that you see there, you see there's a transaction there that says salary, 65,000 rand.
I know about that.
Right, you saw that. That essentially could be the respondent's salary. That's his own salary.
That's why we're coming there. We are coming there. I want you guys to tell me to gather all this information, to filter whatever is in here, so that we can be able to write the report. Touch that computer so that it can go back on.
So this is what I'm saying now, because you see the thing is, it's kind of misleading.
Exactly.
No. I'm saying
Misleading.
the illustration of this statement in relation to, let's say, this person has these financial means, right? Is sort of misleading because primarily you need to understand this statement belongs to a business. And then you need to now, from that statement, establish what benefit does this respondent, because you're trying to establish what benefit does he derive from this business. So the first question is, what is the salary that he gets for himself from this business?
I will sit down and filter everything that is in there for me to be able to see whether this person was receiving income.
So it's easy. So if there's that salary, you go through it. Let's say this is a 30-day statement. From the first day to the 30th day, you see there's a transaction clearly indicated as salary. Every other transaction can clearly be seen as a business transaction. For example, fuel, material purchase, etc. etc. But there's one, potentially, but there's one that's clear, salary. So now you zoom in onto salary. Whose salary is this? The respondent says this is my salary. Do you now go further than that, or do you start and look at the salary because it's clear that this is his means?
I will take that. You go further. Reason being that, let me give you a simple example. I worked with a case where the guy is a veterinarian of 30 years experience. He alleged that he pays himself a salary from the business account, which business previously was registered in his name, but miraculously within a day was transferred to his new wife's name, with whom he's married outside of community of property, whilst the maintenance was being an issue. Now, he alleged he's being paid by his new wife a salary of 12,000 rand, or 14 or 15, which at that stage, people, was just below that SARS tax threshold. When I worked it out, it ended just there. 1 rand below where SARS will not charge you anything. Miraculously. Even with his 30 years veterinarian experience. So now, when then I asked for his, because I could see that I don't know, the lady then alleged that he had policies. So I subpoenaed Old Mutual. Yes, he's got policies. So I said to your Old Mutual, where is it being paid from? From the business account. Now, even though he's getting a salary, his policies of 12,000 is getting paid from the business account. So, does he drive a vehicle? Yes, the vehicle is registered in his name, Department of Transport. Where is it? Is it on hire purchase? Yes. With who? Get the Section 8 from the hire purchase. Where is it being paid from? From the business. An extra 12,000 there. So how much is his salary now at this stage? 12, 24, 36 already. Credit card. Please give me his credit card bank statements. Oh, there's a payment every month. From where? From the business account. How much? 30,000 rand. So his salary now is close on 60,000 rand. No longer 12 than what he argued. So yes, you are going to zoom into the rest too. But you obviously need to find the openings from the others, from Department of Transport, hire purchase, and this was done here as well, because this is your big case there. The one from Anazani. Okay, so my colleague in Gauteng was also involved in this, and they got it. I cannot remember the details, guys, because it's a fairly complicated case. I know my complicated cases, but I don't know theirs. So they found that this business is front with the business, just like this oak of mine. Same story. So that salary that he's paying him is just the front. That is just his cash or his front, so that we need to stay away from the business. So you do not, what Monica's trying to tell you, is do not let yourself be misled by the fact that he's getting paid a salary. But yes, you need other things to point to the fact that he is using the business as a front. If somebody is really only getting a salary from that business and nothing else, that is it, then you need to leave that entity alone. But if it's just the front and he's using all sorts of other monies from the business over and above his salary, then that business is a front from him for him being him. Okay, does that clear that? Yes. Are you happy, Clint?
No, I understood it because we had discussion about this in the past. In a way.
Thank you, Monica.
Okay, so I think we also need to put the practical gathering of this information on our own. You try, so I can be able to write a report. I have written my own report, but I also would like you guys to do some practice activity. Is it okay? Okay, I'll send it to you. How many of us are having laptops in?
Zero.
It's chosen you.
Huh?
It's chosen you, Sal and Abraham say.
The chosen ones.
The chosen few.
Can you?
Mine is not
Borrow my-
pronouncing even. I can't even.
But even that time when we were there, it's not still not working. Okay, but I was hearing what?
And, tell him here.
But I'm not chosen.
You are the chosen
Can I
one.
borrow yours, Dion and Stephanie? Can I also borrow yours? I don't know.
Mine unfortunately cannot be borrowed.
Good, or we go down from NPA, guys. What can we do?
We're still waiting.
What can we do? I know that they won't be able to do.
Versus Erasmus,
People
they just have
connected
something.
on
their phones, they can, my phone is not being connected. Versus Erasmus.
Yeah,
And ask something.
sure.
That case of Santam Insurance versus Kruger, are we still using that phone in one?
3 parts per adult, 1 part per
Yes.
child. Yes, we
Yes.
are, but you can argue it's different as well. Because I have explained many occasions, if it's me and my 17-year-old son sharing a flat, you cannot say I'm using 2 parts of the groceries and he only 1 part. It will be the other way around. Judging my figure.
It's Santam versus 4E, not Santam versus Kroger. 4E, Santam versus 4E.
But you can use it because it gives surety. When the difficult respondent, you can explain. But we now chosen one.
Yeah, this is we're talking about big children, like high school boys and stuff.
You did chosen too.
The chosen couple.
Maybe chosen one. I'm here became I. Any cup can take me here all. Any cup. Any cup.
Can we look at the draft that I made as a report, the format of my report? Can you see my application? Huh? I can't see you. Even if I went to the desk and see if there was-
Do something, next time you call us on the phone, please inform the Department of Justice that when the MIC scores a month, we have to laptops.
Madam, this one was discussed in our matter.
6 months.
And the DJs is.
No, but then you can
6
tell
months.
the DG, listen here. You told him that on that date that I was giving the laptops. On this date, I forwarded an email and I told him please include the laptops with it and forwarded it. What more can I do?
Remember, this training was organized by Justice. Maybe you can, Stephanie can.
You also send me any one of the two, but you know, one of the seniors along here, tell the office manager, the senior, this is the course, please allocate the MIC, the laptop. Because now you guys can tell DG, the senior, you people informed us on that.
Are you still guys not having laptops?
No. But then DG said something.
6 months.
This is a wrong platform.
Right, yeah, now, look, DG does things for publicity purposes, right? So you must understand that they are politicians in the full sense of the word. So they're gonna say what you want to hear, it is a fact. And sorry, Stefani doesn't care what she's saying, she's always been saying what should be said. So that is what it is. So maybe something is in the pipeline somewhere, and maybe not. Who knows?
Maybe not.
No, apparently it is laptops,
But what
it has to be allocated to us.
But I think
Allocation
allocation,
has to
please take
Neither
all
me
of
nor
the
Monica is
business.
going to be able to help you. Because I report to the NPA and she reports to Justice Head Office for at
And
the
the cell
different,
phone.
what do you call it?
But there was a circular, I think it's last year or last year, about 2 years back, that our regions must procure laptop for people like.
Yeah, but if they don't have money, Monica,
But
where's
what's
the money
happening?
gonna fall from thin air?
But somebody, they know where to get this money.
I
The laptop
agree,
is
yeah,
already
the long
purchased.
it depends on what they want to spend it on. I
Those
agree.
can work from us.
No,
That
it's
is
called
also
laptop
already
to
purchased.
support. It's down,
Making the next
And what I can advise you that from looking, I think
Guy,
the
the
citizens
individual
was
from the
Guys, it's not gonna help we spend the session arguing on that.
Yes.
It's what it is.
They'll know what to do. They know what's the situation. Okay, let's continue. You can see here, my subject says, main investigator support. The case number must be written there. The parties involved are written Mrs. Money Claimant as a complainant, Mr. Money Hider as a respondent. They refer to me and they concluded. Yes, I have to first indicate the background of my case. That I'm who blah 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 blah, the unassigned who will be me, state and that I'm a maintenance investigator or maintenance coordinator, and do appointment by the department, blah 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 blah. You can see my addresses are there, but sometimes I don't like my addresses unless they ask me because I'm afraid. Sometimes when you deal with cases like this, you have to when you go home, you have to check your gate whether they are waiting for you. Yes, I have to be honest with you. So, number 1.2, there's a court order granted against blah 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 blah, whom I referred to as Mr. H. And ID number being so. What Mr. H was ordered to pay so much per month for the child, blah 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 blah. And it is a respondent's argument that is unable to pay maintenance, and the previous notice investigators assigned to further investigation will not trace his financial information from all his personal bank accounts. From all this, I was given this instruction by one of our maintenance officer on this date, in terms of which, blah, blah. You will write your own background. Like you have to write your own background, so about 101 I don't typing. Then, from my background, here are my findings.
Please close that door. Ja, ek wil ook weet wat gaan aan. Dis nog nie teertyd nie.
Sorry, man, we overline our accommodation.
Well, I can understand that, but it's probably that they are closed.
My findings is number 2.1. I concluded the investigation on personal financial information and status of Mr. H from blah 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 this period. The polling facts were found in order of chronology. The first investigation was to identify the businesses that the respondent is linked to. The investigation revealed that the respondent was and still linked to the two businesses, and out of these 14 businesses, 14 businesses are active, while other 18 companies were currently under A businesses, and he resigned from based on paper trade. However, on further investigation, it was found that he still has full authority at the banks, and therefore this demonstrates that he is still actively involved in all these businesses. You can see I did here on my 2.111. That is a short order of Amaru, blah blah blah, account number, and which has a bank account with FNB, gold account, blah 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 blah, addresses, blah blah blah. There, as you can see, the following was reviewed from the statement of 30 November 2020 to 21 December 2020. That the current opening balance was 183, funds received amounted to 105, paid his account amount, blah blah blah, transferred out of an amount of the closing balance was, guys, here I was trying to say he was the one operating, he was the one transacting. There's also recent payment made to blah 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 investment from Mr. H for the amount of 60,000 on this date. The second company with SNB account number blah 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 I also discovered that he was a co-director. He was a co-director. At least on this one, he was a director. Remember from ITC report. They both been directors of the company from 1st March 2018, 2008, and before Mr. H resigned from it on the DTI on 29. Here I was trying to say that he was a co-director, but further on from this date, he resigned from the company, but while operating underground. The company was very clearly when the company was in operation, while he had a position as a director at the company, and was earning salary as a director, but failed to honor the court order. During that period, he enjoyed an earned salary as a director. On this other company, yes, you can see what I've written there. It's investment which is under the name of S&P, which I remember. This was done to hide financial information. Can you see that I was speaking my mind here? It depends on whatever, maybe the related, whether we take it or not. But I have to say what I wanted to say on my report. You can see down there, the investigation also found that he made a payment, made by Mr. P over his colleague or his friend over a tiller into company K, account number, blah, blah, or amount of what they are giving. Look at this amount there. Oh, how much is this over the counter? So everything that I found from that, whatever, I was trying to brief my maintenance officer or maintenance prosecutor before they could do it themselves. It is very good for us to analyze our reports and then we give it to our maintenance officer for final verification. Maybe they'll add something that we couldn't see. You don't just take the reports and bring it all to maintenance officer or maintenance prosecutors. Okay, you can see here from the 26th, the other statement from 26th October 2017, the funds received was 742 for only this period. You can see from 26 October 2017, on 25 November, the balance, the funds received. Down there, they've got October from 2017 to 2018. And the closing balances there you can see 0507, 523, 596, 808. Okay? The world balance in 6 January was how much? 974. You can see that the money was increasing on a monthly basis. Other information you can see here to 2.114. Here I was trying to indicate here on that other monies were paid to provident fund, business money account, investment money, investment salaries, company investment, other accounts. Those are things they will tell us more. I don't know what was that, but it's what I've written, it's what I got. The third finding was that FBF made payments to claim the FNBF quarter information received of 5 months revealed the correlation between FNB accounts which belongs to FBL and which they came to claim when owned by Mr. T. Let us see here the salaries. You can see the salaries that they received. Now then the statement again goes out there. On December 31st, December 2020, the fund received almost 1,444,700, and the balance, when was that? I think on the 30th, 31st of December, it was 543. Can you see my findings here? I was able to even indicate this to the amount that he himself paid to these other companies. The transfer made, the salary received, the salary paid, to all this, what is it, the 100,000 for unit, meaning was paying little rentals or whatever. Again, here, can you see the BMW here? On this one, I discovered that the motor vehicle that he was driving, it was not under his name. And then we couldn't tell the magistrate or we inform our magistrate that, look, he is the owner here. Until we get the information from next contract. I guess they are asking you as to why are you paying this much for whom, whatever. Those information are recorded. So we could pick it up that he was paying that BMW that was driving to somebody else who was working at BMW. Okay, so it was a proof that he's the owner. This amount was paid on monthly basis. And that's why I said better to be investigated. I needed some more instruction. I needed more mandate. And she was on this company, he was no longer the director. On this one, he was no longer a director. And then even when we went to CIPC, they could pick it up that he was still the owner of the company, being a director or a member. But the bank informed us that is the one transacting here. He left everything down there. He resigned, but here at the bank, he's the one opening the account, transacting whatever. Yes. Okay. And the shares that he led with, for June, the 2008, is one of the director with 50% shareholding. So you write it down in your report. It's up to the maintenance also, the maintenance prosecutor what to do with that information, whether we want to present it in court or whatever, but you write everything. Can show point number 3 here. The report revealed that he resigned and joined with a new name calling himself Abba Capital Company. A date of birth is that of Mr. H. This company was not registered with the but it was the name of the company and the date of birth. As if he was Abba Capital Company said himself. We picked up because of the date of birth. More information to follow soon is needed. If it needs analysis to cover this personal account, blah, 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 as well as because it keeps on rolling from one bank to another. Okay. Those were my findings. What is it? Mr. H is one of the member of company with blah, 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 which is a company that enjoys several payments from pay, ranging from 10,000 to 100,000. Okay. Okay. And my recommendation there. This is my report, guys. I don't know what we can do here if you'll be able to open this document from your cell phone. I don't know. I don't know. Can maybe us just maybe we group each other and then you come here, guys. You nominate your presenter and we hear from you as to what was your findings. Can we do that before lunch? What time is it?
11 o'clock.
11. Would be enough for one. Huh? I know, guys, we need to move here. I don't want to tell them that you should this document, but I just want you to refresh yourself. No, don't have to. I don't think on yourself will be able to.
Cannot even access my
Not
email.
able.
Huh? I'm not opening. Or emails are not opening.
So can we divide ourselves into 2 groups? First group come. Which side? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you can come.
Come, let's go.
Come with your chest for the
Come, guys.
and let's go.
Let's go. To the front.
Let's go to the we need to press it. We need to press it.
Look at us, let us one or two officials.
Hij moet in Marcella gaan naar voren.
We are confident in you.
Marcella.
Yeah,
Marcella. Go, my brother.
I love you too much.
My brother from another mother.
You are still the old.
Yes. I didn't remember.
Never change the body. I didn't especially.
Maybe this is still there.
Oh,
Maybe you cut the balls.
Everybody. We were supposed to go for a walk, but it's break. Yeah? Tea break, okay? And what time must Yes. Okay, that's fine. Let's go for the So it's like Soos wat jy kan sien, myne word die kwyskinde van elke maand inhaal en die kwyskinde van elke maand gegeven. So jy gaan dit bepaal. Right. So wat jy gaan doen, is jy ingedik daai en dan gaan jy hom met daai ander 'n dag vir hy betaal. Nee, maar jy hoef haar nie te kry. Dis my puntjie. Dit is wat ek vanmôre vir daai kerk gesê het, daar in eettafel gestaan is. Jy moet jou nie staan sê van waar hy is. Julle wat jy gaan oor waar die respondent ek het hom nie. Vergeet sy die respondent. Wat jy moet doen is om te sê hoe skop sy op nou al wat en hoe sukkel julle daarop. Al daai inligting wat daar is. Dan gaan jy met iets wat so future my onderwys soos waar dit agterkant sien die respondent
teen die bank, teen any besigheid. En dit wil jy vertel interessant in my gaan daar meer mense wat agterstallig nie. So wat jy gaan doen is jy gaan sê, alright, bank, jy mag niks verder uitbetaal nie, maar jy sorg dat jy die bank daai middag voor die geld die volgende dag doen. Dan sê jy, luister, jy weet dat jy die geld ons nacht as het uitbetaal word, dan gaan ek gee die bank beskryf en die wissel. Jy gaan sien op die vorige dag. Jy vertel ons die storie. En dis die konkursie kom ek dis dag in die week en gesê jy mag niks ons doen dit baie. Ek het hoor is wat hy baie maar jy sê die bank baie mooi verstaan dit kan dit nie raai want as hulle dit gaan uitbetaal vir wat iemand daar is wat is hulle sal hulle moet kyk nou is daar applikant teen respondent teen bank. What say the bank is equal to provide out anything out of this account and whatever is in there is to be paid in the Jy laat hom nie lees die konsep. Jy sê die beskikbare bedrag is 100